Hey guys, this is Satish and in today's video, as already promised to you guys, I'll be including a lot of professionals, might be from CMA, CA and CAs. And today, in case if you ask me who is a humble person, who is a dedicated person, who is very helping nature person, I think I would like to say it's my friend CA Tribhuvan Singh. So I'll be asking a lot of stuff from him. So again, as already mentioned, you need to take a lot of input from him, which can be helpful for your examination. Yeah, so hi Tribhuvan, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, Tribhuvan. So you can see the way you talk, right? Very low voice, and that is what it shows what is. And before I ask a lot of questions with him, so I would like to mention to you guys, even I took a lot of input, support, guidance from him when he was a CA student, however I was a CMA student. So I would like to thank Tribhuvan through this media for helping me during my study journey. Yeah, thanks for that, Tribhuvan. Okay, so we'll ask our guest for the day, CA Tribhuvan Singh, to introduce him to us and to our subscribers. Yeah, Tribhuvan, can you introduce yourself to us and then take us through your personal life and your professional life?
Hello friends, my name is CA Tribhuvan Singh and I completed my CA in May 2015. Then I joined one CA firm, Narayan there I worked for approximately 10 months. Then I started my own office, CA practice in 2017. So it's almost 2 years I completed in the practice.
Okay. So tell me about your personal life, Tribhuvan, about your family. You can tell whatever you want. You are open to tell anything to our subscribers or the friends.
Yes, it is basically I am from Rajasthan. After completing my second PUC, I came to Bangalore and then I completed my CA in Bangalore. So I am staying here with my family. I have one younger brother. He is a software engineer. I am working in a cognizant company. So from last approximately 8-9 years we are in Bangalore.
Okay, so guys, one request is like Tribhuvan is very soft spoken. So you need to bear with us and try to understand whatever he's trying. So I'm just like trying to tell him to talk very louder. So he's very soft spoken, as already mentioned, very humble, nice guy. So let's try to ask him to talk very louder so that it is clearly audible for us. Yeah. Okay. So Tribhuvan, you chose CA. When did you choose your CA journey, and why professional course CA?
See, after clearing my second PUC, I started a CA course in year 2010. It was based on my senior guidance and my interest in commerce field. And in my second PUC, my subject was also commerce and maths. So I was very interested in practical subjects. So based on the guidance from seniors, my parents, and then taking into consideration my interest, I joined the CA course in 2010.
So why professional courses?
Professional course means like once we complete second PUC, then you have to choose the right path. So for commerce students like CA, CS, CMA was the options available. So with my friends and all that, we have joined the CA course.
Okay, so like that. So you're happy?
Yeah, now it's very. Now I'm thinking it was my good choice that I joined the CA course.
Okay, so you suggest student can choose any of the professional courses based on their interest?
Yes. See, both if you consider CA, CS, CMA. In today's era, if you see any course, CA, CS or CMA, all the three courses, they're different scope. All the courses have the scope is there in all the three courses. So based on if you are interested in theory subjects, you may join the company secretary. If you are interested in more in the practical subjects, you can join the CMA. If you want to go in this taxation field, auditing field, then you can join the CA. So you can, based on your interest, where you want to go in your by taking into consideration your future, which industry you want to join. So you can select the courses.
Perfect. So guys, so you might be wondering, so whether I should join CA, CMA or CS or ACCA, CMA or whichever it is. So it all depends on your individual interest. our guest has given some insight about the professional courses. So it is not any one professional course will give you a solid, like concrete base for your future. So it all depends on your interest and future goals. So choose any courses whichever is interested for you, whichever the area you are passionate, and choose the course that based on your goals and passion. Yeah. Okay, so Tribhuvan, you told that any professional courses will or should be decided based on one's passion, goals, all those things. So now tell me, you being a CA, are you interested to do any other professional courses like CMA, CAs, or any other courses along with CA, or do you think any one professional course is fine for a person to survive in this industry or in this business world? What do you say?
See, as per my opinion, nowadays there is plenty of scope in all the three fields. Either to take CA, CMA, or CS. So a person should take one professional course at a time and concentrate on that only, so that he will clear that course easily. He will not stuck in the middle of the journey, and then he will lose his confidence also. So better clear one course and then see that in that particular course where you can take the expertise in a particular field, either take income tax or direct tax, GST. Then there is plenty of scope in all the three professional courses. So again, then in future, suppose also if you want to go in the practice, you cannot practice both as a CA and CS. You have to choose one only. So then what is the need of doing another course? If you are interested and if you are doing the course, then okay, it will depend upon the individual's preferences. What do you think? As per me, if suppose your first goal should be clear one professional course. If you are okay with that and you are comfortable in that course, then you can side by side you can consider any other professional course also. But your priority should be a particular professional course where you want to make your career in future. Then side by side you can do any other course also, not CA, CMAs. There are plenty of courses in my IT sector also, information technology, information IT audits. If you are interested, you can choose that also. But please concentrate on particular professional course only, in which you want to make your career in the future.
Great. So guys, people will be wondering, I want to do CA, I want to do CMA, CAs, blah blah blah, all those lot of professional courses or degrees, right? So it doesn't matter. Choose one passport or one professional course, complete it, then you decide what is the plans you have, whether to enter the industry or whether to be a job or whatever it is. Based on that, you need to keep on building your career. So that is the secret for all the people who are there currently, might be in CA industry, CS, or for that matter CMA industry also. So to choose one course and build your career based on that. So that should be your passport. So passport should be one type for one person, right? So it is something similar like that. So choose one, build on those things and be a successful person. Yeah, great. So Tribhuvan, many students or the professional students who are planning to do the CA, CMA or CA for that matter, they'll be thinking the journey will be very tough, all this stuff, right? So now tell us, how tough was your journey, and were you an unsuccessful person in your CA journey? If you say yes, tell us what are the reasons for your failures. Yeah.
Yes, this CA journey was very tough. I was not so intelligent in my studies in school time. So
an average student.
Yeah, I was an average student, and then clearing entrance exam is not a tough job. After you complete your entrance exam in any professional course, like CA or CMA, then after that, then professional intermediate level. That is the stage where your ability will be tested. So it was tough, and I was unsuccessful in IPCC also, and in final stage also. I completed my entrance exam in first attempt. Then in the intermediate level, I passed it in second attempt. Then in CA final also, first I tried both the groups at a time. I was thinking that I will clear both the groups at a time only. Then I was failed in both the groups, and then I completed it one by one group. First I given one second group. Then I completed my first group and completed my CA.
So you suggest to plan properly, and every person, even an average person, can also do a professional course, but the journey will be little difficult.
And an average person can also complete the course, provided he planned it properly.
Great.
Don't go by overconfidence. If my friend can do, I will also do in first attempt only, or both the groups I will do in first attempt only. If you are not ready, give one by one group.
Okay.
And in that also, suppose you have filled the exam form and you are not ready for the particular group also. Suppose you have filled for group 1 of, I am taking example of final exam.
Okay.
By the time exam approaches, you are not ready for the group 1 also. Then also don't lose your heart. At least think that you have filled the exam form, you have wasted your money, it will not come back to you. At least go there, sit for 3 hours, read the question paper. Whatever you can attempt, 1 or 2 questions also, attempt that. Then you can come home. In that, there are 2 advantages of that. One is you will have the experience of attempting the examination. Second is you will come to know by attending these 2-3 questions which I know properly. Even in that also, how much marks I got. So and then again, suppose if you are prepared for any particular paper thoroughly, at least try to get exemption in that subject. So don't lose your confidence. Once you lose your confidence, your result will be poor only. It will not improve. If you go with confidence, even if you are not ready, then also at least if you are getting 10 marks, you will get 15 marks. Even if then also you will fail. But you will get the confidence to approach the next attempt with confidence. You will have experience of attempting the exam. So don't lose your heart. Go as per your strength. If you are ready for both the groups, then only go for both the groups. If you are not ready, then go one by one. Our goal is to clear the professional exam. Don't go by first attempt, both the groups at a time only, exemptions. First goal should be prepare for all the subjects. Then if you are intelligent, your level of intelligence is high, then you can go for rank also. That is separate thing. I am saying for normal, average, for an average person. Don't go by your friend's choice. Go by your choice. What is your strength? Where you are weak. Concentrate on points where you are weak, and then approach the exam.
Okay. So in the last video also, one of our guest Ashwin Sharma also was telling that you should have a SWOT analysis. I think our guest for this video also is telling that you should know your strength, you should know your weaknesses. I might pass, he might pass. That doesn't mean the other person will be passing. He might be good enough to get a rank also. So it's all depends on your preferences. Choose whether you are ready for one group, choose whether you are ready for both the groups. So based on those things, plan accordingly, but ensure at the end you should be able to complete, your target should be to complete the course. Rank, all those stuff for the secondary. So that's what our guest is telling for you guys. Okay, so Tribhuvan, you also mentioned that you can go by group 1, both the groups or whatever it is. You also mentioned to us that your journey was tough, even you were unsuccessful, and tell us what are the strategies you have followed to come out of that failure stage.
See, first I will say you why I was unsuccessful.
Okay.
The reason was I have not planned my studies properly. I will give you the example of my final CA final level. I have done self-studies in that. I was thinking that I will clear the CA final with self-study only. That is okay. And the problem is I have not planned properly. If you are going for self-study, you should be ready with the study material, whether you will study from your institute material or any other author's material or any coaching class material, whatever is there. You should be ready with that. You should plan properly. My reason of failure was I have not planned it properly. I was just reading I have to complete, like suppose income tax. I will start the income tax. I will start reading. I will not think of the final exam point of view. You should think from exam point of view. In this stage, we are studying to clear the CA exam. We are not really studying to become the expertise in this. We will not become expert until we clear CA exam and we will enter in the professional field. Once you start your own professional practice and all that, then only step by step you will get practical experience and you can become an expertise in a particular field. Don't think in this stage that you will become expertise in a particular subject, and don't study from that point of view. Study from the point of view of that how to clear the exam, how questions will come, how you have to answer the questions in the examination. That should be your main aim.
Okay.
Don't think of becoming expert in any subject at this stage.
Okay.
If your time is, if you are interested in practical subjects, yes, you can read like income tax case laws for your interest purpose, for to increase your knowledge. That is not the secondary. From exam point of view, you should make proper planning to pass the examination. I have not made notes as I was doing self-study. I have not prepared proper notes. That was my mistake. At the time of examination, you will have only like for CMA, I think you will not get any holidays also. We are getting one day holiday in CA.
We are an alternate days examination.
Correct. So one day you will get. How you will cover full income tax act in one day? You will think from that point of view. Or costing is there. There will be like 10 to 12 chapters will be there. How you will cover in that particular one day holiday you will get. So you should have that material ready. That at the time of examination, I will read this particular material. It will cover summary of all the chapters. Full course will be covered in that. Prepare like that. If you are going in coaching center, means okay, they will provide you the study materials. We can, but in that also you should know where in which chapter you are weak. Right. Then based on that you can plan that okay, I am weak in this chapter. How I will cover this chapter in one day before the examination. So this plan should be there. For me, I have not planned properly, so I have failed in first attempt, and then I came to know that this is one mistake. Then I will make my proper notes from the point of view of examination also, what I will read from one day before the examination. Then I approach and I will get the CA final exam.
Great. So, guys, if in case you are thinking while you study only during your CMA journey or CA journey or CS journey, you will be thinking you want to become expert in one field. So, our guest has already clearly mentioned you need to study from the examination point of view. You need to see how much of the contents you can present it to the examiner. So examiner will not come to know whether you are practically expertise or you are theoretically expertise. No. He will just see what is the answer script he is having with him, and he will give the marks based on the stuffs whatever you are dumped in the answer script. So that is the secret for clearing your professional courses. That is, you need to study from the examination point of view so that you will be a successful person. Not today at least. So if you plan well today, tomorrow at least you can complete your journey successfully. So our guest has clearly stated plan. If in case you are not planning, that means you have already planned for your unsuccessful journey. So plan well so that you will not see the failures in your CMA journey or CA journey, or for that matter CS also.